John McCaig, JesusChristTrust.net. Let's go over predator. What is a predator? Okay? Because there are really two main types of beings that exist here. Okay? There's 7,000 humans who are the prey, right? Let's do prey. An animal that is caught and killed by another for food. Plunder. In biblical use, a prize. Okay. Catch and kill food. Prey on my mind. Right? Well, let's see about this, okay? There's two types. There's predator and prey, right? Now, what are they trying to tell us in these names? Of course, prey is an easy one, P-R-A-Y, and those are the people that pray, right? The only thing you do is pray to God, and there's nothing else you can do, right? Because it's a predator, right? So right, has different meanings. It means from before, right? And so who's from before time that comes again and again and again? Well, let's look up that word. Let's look up the word peri, right? Peri means a genie or a fairy, okay? It means fallen angel. You with me? Okay, so peri means, see, peri, P-R-E, it's the same word, right? But pre means a predator, right? Who comes from before these dates? In other words, who's from the time loop that comes again and again and again? Because you could be predatory, what? If you know everything that's going on. And that's the prey. They don't know, right? They have their memory wiped clean. They're playing the game, right? And that's whoever, right? 7,000 won't kneel to Baal. 7,000 won't kneel to Baal. And do you remember God's reply? He said, no, I have 7,000 others who have never bowed down to Baal. That's it. Romans 11:14. Okay, there are only 7,000 humans here. The rest are the ones that predate our arrival. The predators. Right? They do not have their memory wiped. They remember everything. They know what stock goes up and down on what days. They know prices of everything. They know the songs. They know every single script of everything that's going to happen. Why? They've lived it millions, maybe billions and billions of times. Okay? This time loop isn't going to change. Not ever. Nothing. Right? It's already set in place. This is the fair test of every soul. There's not going to be another one. Right? So, a predator is one who knows everything, and, you know, they're in all the nice houses, they have all the great cars, they have all the new everything, they have all the money, they have all the control, all the power, all the everything. They have everything. Literally everything. Right? Because they predate this time. They know absolutely every single thing. In fact, they could never not know anything. If you had to live a lifetime, millions, billions of times, the same exact never changing time loop again and again and again and again, it would be like, you know, knowing something about the time loop would be like knowing what your name is. You know what I mean? It's like you could never get it out of your head, right? The Beatles songs, right? They just never change. It's always the same. Like you could never get that out of your head, right? It just must be quite something to never get it out of your head. So they're the predators, right? This is like, you know, a similar word, of course, is a pastor, right? Coming from the past. Coming from the past. So that's what a predator is. Right? Of course, they can shapeshift too. All the animals that you have ever seen in your entire life are one of them. You know what I mean? Like, they shapeshift into all these forms. They watch everything we do all the time. In fact, we could have been mean to them as animals, or we could have treated them kindly, or whatever. You see, how we interact with the living things around us, these predators, these, pastors, these fallen angels, that's how we get judged, you see? So, best thing is just don't interact with them. Say a prayer for them. I hope you get out of your position and leave the carnival, Hey, pray for them. You see? It's in our name. What can we do? People like, oh man, they meet me and they want to do something, right? Oh man, I want to save everyone. Man, with all this knowledge, I could save everyone, No, you can't save anyone. Each individual must save themselves. You can't save anyone. And you can't even save yourself, right? Only God can save us. You and I cannot save ourselves. That's why we have to pray. You see? Anyway, that's what's up with the prey and predators. The prey, used to be one, the ones praying, right? Pray, like, stay. Like, you're leaving, A person who's easily deceived or harmed. Pray. Easily deceived or harmed. Why? What's the difference between us and these fallen angels? Because they take the same form, right? It's like, oh, you're in a human form, you must be human. No, not at all, right? That's what great predators get in amongst their prey and mock their behaviors so that the prey can't even tell them, the predators apart from the prey. That's a great predator. You can't even tell them apart from your own species, except you can if you watch them. That's why they hold up 2 fingers, right? That's why they hold up 2 fingers for the peace sign, right? They're the second species, right? They're not the first species. If you walk by somebody, they hold up 2 fingers, you hold up 1 finger. I'm with 1, right? I'm with 1, Jesus Christ. There's only one God. I'm with God, Jesus Christ. 1 finger. And so what's the symbol? The peace sign, right? That's a cross, upside down, a fallen cross. Inside the sphere, we're inside. So that's a symbol for them. Oh, we're peaceful, we're, fallen angels, right? Oh, okay. They're fallen. See, they're an upside down angel that fell. Crash, boom, into the bottom. And that's where they are. So, you see, peace, calling for peace is what? In duality, it's a call for war. Oh, let's get peace. Well, what does that mean? How do you get peace? Peace is something that follows war. So whenever somebody's like, peace, 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 well, that means you're calling for a war. You see? You're like, oh, in duality? Yeah, no. You don't want the peace sign. You don't want the second species. You don't want anything to do with them. Right? What can you do for someone else? You can only pray for them. You really can't help them. You can't. Okay? I mean, in rare circumstances, maybe. And you're judged on that. But basically, the best thing you can do for anyone is pray for them. Why? Because your God is real. You gave away everything in your life, including your soul and everything, to God. So you must think it's real. So you have to act like it. Give every problem to God. Turn the other cheek. Right? We're the prey. Oh, well, if you're going to kill me because you're a predator, go right ahead. But I'm going to say the name Jesus Christ, and we'll see if Jesus Christ lets you kill me. You see? That's why I haven't been killed, and I say again, I cannot be killed. No one can kill me. Anyone can try. You can't do it. It's not possible. I will be here until Judgment Day. 9/11/2033. That's a fact. Because God is keeping me alive. To share this information and act as, the current Christ. Like, oh, this is how humans do it. Anyone can have Christ consciousness. They just have to know the truth. They have to act on the truth. They have to work for God. They have to overcome the predators. They have to pray. They have to know the truth. They have to follow the truth. They have to act on the truth. You see? It was like a question somebody had for me last night. You know, they were talking about, oh, I have this gun I was given. How do you get like a gun into the trust? I'm like, you give it away. Guns are useless. I was like, you know, bury it. It has no value. Just sell it. Doesn't matter. Why? Because if you keep a gun, then you're saying, oh, I don't trust in God to keep away the predators. So God's like, whoops. Right? If you think you're under the law and can be killed, well, then you can be. But if you know that you can't be, and all you have to do is pray, and the predators can't get you, well, then that's your life, you see? It's my job to explain it to you, as the first one that has this knowledge in this time loop, is just explain this to you, and then, oh, you have to act on it. If you can act on it, then eventually you win the game. And this is how you win this game for your soul. Right? We don't have the knowledge they have unless someone tells you and figures it out. They are not going to tell you. Right? That's how they earn their feathers. That's how they get their wings back. That's how they get to become one of the 7,000, is never, not ever, give up the secret that is happening. Right? That's their other, shh. Right? Put their finger over their mouth. Don't say anything. That's their symbol. Why? Because if they can do that, then they eventually have done their job as predator, right? Oh, they make it seem like they run everything, can kill you, blah, 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 all these horrible things. But they can't. It's like the tunnel of love at the carnival, right? At the fair or whatever. You go in this, sit in this little boat, and you go through this tunnel, and all the scary stuff's on the sides, but the scary stuff stays on the sides and never touches you. Right? It's just you just in this boat going merrily down the stream. That's what's actually happening. So this is the information on what a predator is, and how they get that way. And it's actually their sacred job to do so, right? Who's the highest servant of Jesus Christ? The devil, right? Who's the highest servant of God? The devil. Right? In relation to us, the devil. Devil has the worst, crappiest job ever, stuck under the dome forever, and has to play a role of being the predator here, Unless we have an adversary to overcome, the devil and all its minions, then there is no game. You see? The game doesn't exist, period. You can't win your soul. You can't get back to God. You can't do it. You just never get there. So that's a sacred duty that the devil performs and all its many. You don't want anything the devil has. In fact, you just want to say, no, I don't want anything. And I forgive you. You have to forgive the devil because you have to see what the devil is. Oh, that's my, what I have to overcome here. That's the opposing force and duality to my freedom. Okay, well, you have to overcome the devil by not wanting anything, right? Your desires. You don't create your thoughts. The devil's sending all these thoughts. Oh, you want this, you want that, you want, you want. Well, as soon as you're like, nah, I don't want anything here. I just want God and I want to get out of here. That's when you begin to win. You start praying the name of God in your head and they can't read your thoughts anymore. Okay. Predator and prey.